Hey, happy Halloween, my fellow number 4
Ooh.
CFP ranked Florida State Seminoles. I'm Trey. That's Kev. That's Adam. We're here. X's and Knowles, 8-0, college football playoff ranked. Hope you guys are just drunk on Snickers and little Reese pumpkins. Everybody took their mom and dad parrot tax from their kids' candy bag. I know I did, and they're 5-3, so they won't even know I'm doing that for years and years. So if you're here, little sugar high, and you want to unwind a little bit, don't worry, the X's and Knowles boys got you, because we are going to be breaking down all angles of Florida State's dominating 41-16 win over the thorny, pesky Wake Forest Demon Deacons on the road. I have not rewatched it yet, as I am wont not to do. I always like to do my rewatches with you guys. Adam, Kevin, before we get into the film, I'll start with you, Kevin. It felt like a pretty satisfying win on Saturday. You still feel the same way that you did in the instant?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been clamoring about them not playing a full game, and I think that was a pretty full game. Every team, you can't score every drive, but outside of that, I thought the defense played dominant for stretches outside of the couple penalties they had. And then I thought the offense looked explosive, and I don't know what else you would have expected against this Wake Forest team. Outlived my expectations.
Yeah, especially against that Wake Forest defense, which did have a pulse. It was a pretty, not a stout unit, but a pretty good unit. And you had more success than a lot of people thought you would against that unit. Adam, what do you think? We got your thoughts on the incident for a little bit. You still pretty pleased? You still pretty pleased about what happened?
Yeah. I rewatched it one time. I mean, I was kind of the not the oddball, because I think everybody kind of had it somewhat blowout fashion, but I was like 52-10 or something like that, or 52-17. So it kind of played out how I thought it was going to. Like, I just thought you were going to out athlete those guys, and the team it feels like it's starting to round into shape. I'm curious to watch it. We're going to watch the condensed version. I'm kind of curious to see if I feel that way a third time watching the game. So far, I mean, it just, the run game looked a little bit better. Passing game looked explosive, even though you're missing a bunch of guys. Offensive line was moving people. Defense just really is kind of leaning on teams at this point. Healthy or not, whatever. I don't care to make those kinds of claims. They're doing what they're supposed to do each week at this point. So, I think they're kind of starting to round into form. Trey, I got a question for you.
Oh, I love this. I'm always the question
asked.
off
topic. This is a little off topic, so I'm going slightly off topic. Am I not good enough for you to follow on Twitter?
Oh, no.
Wow.
Are you following me? Is this a reciprocal follow?
I'm waiting for the follow from you.
Oh,
you think you just make a Twitter out of nowhere?
You're a little shy Susie. Well, you don't worry, big guy. I'll make the first move, and then you can follow me back. I apologize. I didn't realize that you were so forward anytime. Yeah, not a problem. That was off topic. Yeah, glad to see you. Glad to see you mixing it up in that digital jungle that is Twitter. Yeah, you're going to hate it, but you're going to love it, dude. It'll get your hooks in you. Tweet more than Kev does. Kev will drop like a link to one of our videos like every 8 weeks. Just help me with the promotion, guys. It's fun. It's a lot more fun than people realize. It ain't all bad. And speaking of not all bad, let's get to the film. Let's get to that film.
Can I address something real quick? You just
brought up oh no, okay.
You just brought
Go ahead.
Injury.
Is this airing of grievances?
This is early pre-Festivus intro. Go ahead. I'm very intrigued. This was not on the script.
There's a big part of being a good football team, which is building enough depth to be good at the end of the season. Like, that's part of being a good football team. So if you're saying, well, you played them when they weren't whatever, and they had this injury, and Florida State also has injuries. They also have. They're also playing football. It's a tough game. Sorry that they've built a roster that's good enough to not have to fall apart every time there's an injury.
That is a legitimate strength of this team. Everybody talks about the things that a team does well: explosiveness, success rate, pass rushing, run stuffing, coverage. Depth is one of those positive attributes that a team can have. Florida State has won games solely because of their depth, but their depth has played a role in every single one of their victories. That was not by mistake. They are a heavy rotation team, and when you are pulling what little hair you have left out of your head when the defense is kind of giving up some chunk plays on that fourth possession of the game, there's a method behind the madness. And it's so you can go into game 8 banged up on both sides of the ball, even yourself, and still be the far deeper team to where at the end of the game, you were just pulling these guys into deep water. You're drowning them. So I am with you, Kevin. That's not something that happened by chance or Florida State lucked into. That was the product of years and years and years of building out this roster with the top end talent. I think we all can acknowledge can improve, but building the middle of that roster with really like solid veteran, good hands, like people like trusted veterans and trusted talent. That is a legitimate weapon that this team has that needs to be discussed more. I don't know, maybe the college football playoff committee, when you're talking about how dangerous this team can be 4 or 5 weeks from now, when teams either they might get more healthy or they could even be more banged up against just a deep, nasty juggernaut that is the Florida State Seminoles. I'm glad you acknowledge that. Because people just talk about, they're deep. It was like, okay, how did it happen? And it's also an attribute of the team that makes them good.
Yeah, people use it as like a qualifier. They're like, well, they're less injured.
It's an asterisk. It's not an asterisk. It's not an asterisk.
Part of the game.
Absolutely. Okay. Good job. That was good. A little off topic. Let's get into this film. That was good stuff, boys. Special teams, Adam's favorite.
They're worth watching now, though. I mean, not that one.
Yeah, I think you have the number 1 team in SP Plus.
That was actually also almost a massive screw up, but
all right.
All right. Wake was moving around quite a bit with their front, which was to be expected coming in.
They did
gave you some tight front. They gave you some wide 9. They gave you some base 4-man looks.
Yeah, and that's what they did to you last year. They were able to get pressure with 3 and 4 and kind of just force you to throw against 8-man coverages.
Yeah, that last one, JT's going. He's looked like man coverage, so he's going to his 1-on-1 to Keon there. It's pretty basic read, pretty basic slant, and old captain seatbelt. Buckle up, buddy.
You love that. Were you guys surprised at just how much they decided to throw the ball in this first drive and how committed they were to the pass early?
It's what they want to be. They want to be
I'm surprised.
I'm not. I think that we've talked so much about the running game. They want to throw the football.
But the thing is, early on, we were saying that they were forcing the run a little bit too much.
Yeah,
I'm glad that they finally.
Yeah, they understand winning football is throw early, throw to get the lead, run to get the win.
And it seems that they've embraced that, which to Kevin's that is good stuff. To Kevin's point, that is something that Mike Norvell teams have not done in the past. He's always been committed to the run. It's nice to see a tweak on the very successful Norvell formula as the year's gone on. What's going on here, Kev?
It was actually interesting. Clawson, they said it in the broadcast, but Clawson said exactly what we've been saying this whole year. If you go man coverage, you can kind of bait them into throwing the deep ball. He's very aware. He's a very good football coach. And that's what they're doing here. They've sat in man this whole first drive, and they said, well, we know if we sit in man, we can force you to throw the ball deep. And, we've kind of been saying that Florida State's been hitting this play at a much lower rate than what we think is their actual rate, that they're going to kind of regress to the norm here or progress to the norm. And they do here.
Yeah, and they did over the course of the game. This is the first game against man coverage where they really feasted. We talked about it last week. Duke went heavy zone, and they were able to pick that apart. JT was a 75% passer. I don't have all the QBR nonsense. Brendan has all that stuff, but
the numbers were good.
They really picked apart man coverage to the point where, they even got the screen game going. I'm hoping the condensed version captures a couple of screens. I know it'll have the Trey Benson screen on there, but that's where I talk about they're starting to come together. You start to see the timing is starting to mesh better. There's JT wants to pull this late, and that dude's crashing really hard. But they've got him accounted for there with a nickel blitz, and then the backer sitting on it also. So
I think in an ideal world, he's trying to pull this and actually throw it.
Yeah, he's trying to throw the screen out there. Yep.
Yeah, But
because
he
that's a
just-
touchdown. Yeah, if he can get that off,
it gets caught up.
or at least a first down or
Yeah,
something.
they've got to clean that up. That's 2 weeks in a row where he's put a handoff on the dirt or a play fake on the dirt, I should say.
Yeah, without much pressure.
I'm with you, Adam. I think that's a good and this was another one too that could have been a disaster, and just Jordan kind of just did a little backyard beamer ball right there, a little backyard football. And he made it happen. But yeah, we were really, I think a point to like a story point that we were looking at. Can Florida State succeed against man coverage? And they did this game. They did this game without like 2 or 3 of their best receivers, which is really positive.
They're in a mesh here, right, Kev?
Well, in the fumbled snap.
Well, no. This one. They're running Y mesh. Yeah.
A mesh. They've got a little shoot route, out route.
Man beaters.
Yep.
Called for it. We called for it all year.
What's cool is how the receiver comes all the way across here and ends up gets a pretty important block that he's able to score this play.
Right, he's going to be open here. I mean,
that's
wide open. A touchdown.
Yeah, I think it scores too. He's going to outrun it. He's going to outrun it to the.
Who is that? Williamson? Yeah, Williamson would have got that one in. So either way, good touchdown. Got to be.
It's cool to see that, he doesn't get the ball here. He knows it's probably a touchdown, and his first instinct is to turn and block.
What I like that we're seeing a little bit more of, and I wonder if the data presents this, is they use more. I felt like they started to use a little bit more motion when they've seen man coverage. You see there, they get Darion Williamson moving ladder with some of that in motion there to get him dragging across the field. Just lets him, if they're going to get man coverage, gets him moving faster, kind of creates some confusion for the coverage. They blow this coverage completely.
Yeah, because this is his guy, but you can tell he's saying, there's a bunch, pass this off, I'll take first out. And then no one in here communicates to get him.
Right.
That's nice, dude. That's the type of stuff that used to murder us last year in the secondary. That is, we've been calling for it, dude. Intermediate man beaters, getting your guys the ball in space like that. That's a really nice design, even though the execution was a little funky. Still a touchdown.
Window dressing it really nice, creating confusion, getting into a bunch formation. I mean, how much have we talked about bunch formations in Florida State? Trouble.
Yeah, if you're getting man, they're so hard to defend.
Yeah.
It essentially forces you into playing some kind of match or zone.
Hey, there you go. Get that 1 yard.
Yeah, they're really, really doing it here.
Jared versus just absolutely eating number 20.
He absolutely ate everybody the entire day. He had a very nice
I was listening to, I believe it was the Nolecast this morning or at some point. I was listening to Bud and Ingram talk about, and Bud had some PFF grades, and he was talking about I don't know, their left and right tackle were like a 10 or a 20 or something like that. The other kid was like a 5 or a 6. I mean, it was pathetic. I mean, he just ate their lunch.
Yeah, as you can see right there, that dying star just collapsed right in.
You got Daniel Lyons in the first quarter. Daniel Lyons, who doesn't play many significant snaps, but is a promising young player.
This is the first drive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the first drive of the game. He's in a pass rush situation. So,
and I tell you what, to me, that type of sack is almost more impressive than the guy coming screaming off the edge, where the pocket can just compress and constrict him to death. Like, I love that, man. That's everybody just whooping.
Well, that means there's good coverage downfield, and then, like you said, they just absolutely destroyed every lineman.
Yeah, it was a little bit of blade hit, but
So we're back to the heavier formations.
Okay, so let's watch this. So it's counter.
GY counter, yep. They bring the corner blitz.
Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't throw this, but maybe. Yeah, he just didn't have enough time.
Oh God, Jordan,
Byers
eat the grass, dude.
See, this is where Byers is really starting to get better. They're doing a better job of staying on their double teams on the front side, which we've seen them struggle with at times of coming off too soon. Meach is able to get the overtake.
They wreck that dude.
Yeah, but then if you're looking at this play as it's kind of going, you're thinking, all right, JT's got to beat this corner, but then there's also that backer sitting there. Well, I mean, they execute this so well on the front side, the buyer's able to work off that double and climb to this guy, which is his due to block. And it
No, but
creates a nice running lane.
but the fact that he's getting there, that's what gets him the first down, Adam. And
Yeah,
that's
they haven't been doing that. That's
a whiff in weeks
Yeah,
1 through 4.
Yeah.
63 is whiffing that block. That's good
or
progression.
the front side, the tackle that they were doubling is blowing it up. We've seen
but
so
look
much
at
of
this.
that this year too.
This might house if it's a give.
Yeah, I think it might.
Well, I think
No.
Roddick blocks the wrong person. Oh, actually, no. He probably blocked the right person, and then
Yep, should be kick. No, Roddick does block the wrong person.
yes,
Well, I don't know. They've adjusted this some this year. I think Roddick should probably be coming out and kicking out here, but I don't know. Old school would tell me he should be wrapping and taking that guy.
right. That's what I would think. But
That's a muddy area though because they're both down the field.
right, and this guy kind of scrapes late, so
Yeah, I would think he should kick, and then Preston should block the dude he blocks. But
either way, you're not going to be too upset if they accidentally double team and blow this dude up like they did.
right.
No, and I think just the front side action on the line, to me, that's the story of that play, right, Adam? Like that's really promising stuff from the right side of the line that's had some tough moments.
And I think for other people it would be that Jordan Travis is involved in a run game early.
Yeah, and he's
no horse collar there. It's got the hand in the back of the jersey.
No, not for us.
16 freaking times later in the game for touching his back. He'd have, you know what? ACC officials.
3rd and 10. I mean, good coverage by the defense.
We're seeing, what looks like man potentially.
Just working some sit down stuff. I don't know. Is he supposed to be? Is he supposed to throw the screen here, or not the screen, but supposed to throw the flare to the back? He's looking backside.
Yeah, it looks like
he sees man. He's staring at Keon like he wants to go to Keon.
Yeah, I wonder why he doesn't pull this trigger.
I mean, he is kind of clamped.
Yeah, the guy's got inside leverage on him.
Belted.
I wonder if there should have been a route adjustment here. Keon should have taken off vertically.
That would have hit. But yeah, you would think. I mean, this is classic spread offense stuff. You've got overloaded one side, gives you 1-on-1 on the backside. This guy's going this way. Play leverage games, right? If he goes inside, you play outside, kind of deal.
Or that's the type of stuff too that sets up a nice double move later in the game, right? If that guy's really biting hard on those inside leverage, like that'd be nice. And I forget which game we hit that. I don't know if that was against Syracuse or somebody else where they did hit that move. And then punt coverage is stellar. Very nice.
Yep. Just bodies, throwing bodies at him. All right.
3rd 9. Wake had such a bad time on offense here.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just locked up man coverage,
not
man
even
free,
a throw.
Little rat. And just, I mean, there's
no easy throws.
That's completable. It's just, hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's good coverage. I don't, it is completable. We've seen Florida State doing that a lot early in the year, throwing those vertical routes, and that's why it's the lowest percentage throwing football.
Yeah, and you'll take it against this Wake quarterback.
All right.
That was just what happened here?
Early where he was way off.
Looks like the timing's just a little off with his feet.
I mean, the timing's off. Period between the two of them. Is he expecting? I wonder if he's expecting a hitch.
Maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's so. I'm with you though, Adam. It's so far. It's such a bad miss that it's like I don't know. It feels like there has to be a miscommunication thing there.
Again, it's a Tron, so there is a chance that there's miscommunication there.
Yeah. Yep.
Since he hasn't really gotten much practice time.
Talk about first teams do a great job. That ball checks up.
Oh hell yeah! Hit him with the Tabbouleh Taziki John. I love it, baby.
So at this point, are you guys wondering like Well, is this going to be one of those games where
No.
FSU has to pull
Not
away
not
late?
yet,
No,
because
because-
I had some respect for the Wake defense, and like they're not going to score every single drive, and
But there was
our
evidence.
defense.
There was evidence you were moving the football. Like the condensed version is not capturing that, but you were moving the ball on them. Like it was just some execution stuff early. It wasn't anything like, oh, Wake's locking you up. It was really like, all right, you're going to settle down here and kind of find yourselves. And you knew that the defense wasn't giving up anything.
So this kind of goes back to what we were talking about early on in the season, where you have these two safeties here that should free up these corners to get underneath these kind of routes.
We called for it.
And look at this. I mean, this is textbook. He's on the
Yep.
lower hip, right? He's on
Mhm.
the inside hip here, ready to break on that route as soon as the wide receiver does. And he's
Oh,
there.
look at
I mean,
Griffiths, dude. He's about that's a 3/4 Orlovsky right there. That's so close to making his. They called it on the broadcast. He was close. Look at that step
Yeah,
back.
the pressure's
Oh.
there. You bring the blitz too. Like, yeah, it was just like, all right, we dare you.
yeah, just
Go
this,
make-
at
go-
this
go do
at this
something.
point, I was saying this looks like one of the best FSU defenses I've seen since.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, this is the
2003.
cleanest. This is the most in line. The front has been with the back on this defense. I mean, I think in this group's time here at Florida State.
Absolutely. They're really playing in concert, really complimenting each other nice. 2nd and 1. Ouch.
That kid's a headhunter.
That's Mustafa.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a good player. I hope he
hard to
enters
account for him. I
transfer
mean,
portal.
you don't have anybody blocking him.
Yeah, I mean that's
you're not-
just a really good
Yeah,
play.
you're not expecting the missile to be showing up from 10 yards deep.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
just-
they are trying to block him. They're trying to block him with a wide receiver out there, but he just reads this and goes.
No, that's just great instincts, dude.
Yeah. So if you want to know what happened, that's called an instinctive football player.
Yeah, and that's evidence of their top 40 defensive rating coming in,
Yep.
right? He's a good player.
No, they had some guys in the secondary, dude. They had a couple. They got a couple guys who are going to play on
There we
Sunday. And
go.
I love the great bounce back from Benson too. Nice soft hands, great play call, trust in your playmaker, throw him the ball, get him out there, and easy conversion.
It's the same thing we saw earlier in the red zone. They scored
Yeah.
on us. It's mesh again.
Smash.
They run the motion. Yeah. Get a really clean throw for the back here. Running away, run, having a guy chasing through all that mess. Like, forget about it. And
Yeah,
hat tips Trey Benson for becoming a capable third down back.
Nice throw by Jordan too. Really good
Mhm.
ball placement. Tougher than it looks.
The crazy part is you don't want Jordan holding it, but if you throw the back door again, I mean, look at it popped for him again on the
That's
backside.
there. They lost it again. Yeah. That's a nice little concept. It's a mesh, but specifically, I think I would call that like more of a railroad concept where you're really just overloading, looking to get the running back out.
This looked a little iffy.
Yeah, there's pressure, and it's not good enough. 3-man front again. They struggled with it last week against.
Oof, yeah, both your
Duke
tackles.
in the-
Yeah, both
in
your
the
tackles.
late half situation. But this is one where they didn't have. This was one where I was like, all right, now man coverage is locking you up again.
Yeah, Bell just doesn't get any separation on this
No,
safety.
no, that's tough. I'm 3rd and 8. I mean, you're.
Also, the pocket breaks down really fast on a
Yeah,
3-man
which is
rush. So,
not good enough.
but you'd also not hate to see JT kind of move up in this pocket a little
Right.
bit.
Yeah. Instead of going backwards more, or take out, or get out of there to his left. One or the other.
Right. Instead of kind of doing whatever
Yeah,
this is.
we don't need
Yeah,
to keep
kind
doing-
of.
We
Yeah,
don't need to keep doing the back pedal.
yeah. No need to like play the clarinet and walk backwards real awkwardly like
Right.
that. That's a
It's-
very odd motion.
It's hard to call him out on he's elite at escapability in the pocket, and you rarely see plays like that. So
Yeah, the offensive line lost that rep, and that's just Fitzsimmons, baby. Ocho, get some points on the board. Look at you, slap hands. 2nd and
All
5.
right, just the run they pop. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay. It's the only.
They get a misfit from the safety here. I'm pretty sure.
So what any team that's broken a large run on FSU has essentially done is crack back on the safety because they know he's in this run fit, and that forces this corner to switch from thinking he's in pass defense to now having to be a run defender and just missing it.
Yeah, just not attacking the blocker there, Kev.
He needs to attack, and he needs to see run and attack. Neither one is being aggressive enough.
Well, I would push back against the safety not being aggressive enough. I mean, he's in the box. The problem is he's too deep. In my opinion, he's too deep. He's too into the line of scrimmage here. That he doesn't fit off the. So the backer should be fitting inside of off of 50s whatever there, and then he's got to fit off the pulling the line off the lineman there.
Just didn't have enough. He didn't keep enough width and depth, is what you're saying, Adam?
I just think he's there too fast. Which just sounds crazy. And then if you're going to be there that fast, and you just got to keep going, and
kind of like Mustafa did. Like if you're gonna be missile,
just get through it.
You'd like to also see AZ be a little bit more aggressive in there.
Absolutely. I didn't watch the end. What's the end do? Yeah, you can't get driven out of there. I can't.
Yeah,
it's Edmund. I think it's Edmund.
Oh, okay.
Or Turner. It's one of the two.
I think you're right. I think it's Gilb.
Yeah, he gets pushed out, and AZ's not aggressive enough. I really do think those are kind of the main things you're looking at there.
But you can clean that up, man. There's still a lot of guys to account for that are around the ball.
It doesn't happen again.
Right, exactly. They did.
And they had almost popped one of these earlier in the game.
They did. I saw that. I remember that. They didn't show it in the condensed, but yeah, I mean, it was there. That gap's open against that formation, and
right.
Oh, but they just
AZ does a great job here.
Yeah.
Close the door, baby.
And he throws him down. Yeah, AZ, if he's going to pop somebody like that, I mean, that's whew.
He's got the athleticism, dude, to really deliver a blow. 2nd 11. Ugh.
I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen FSU run cover 2. This is wild.
Why do you think specifically they did that there? Just to, like,
running cover
the quarterback?
2? I don't think they're running cover 2.
Then what is AZ doing if they're not running cover 2?
I don't know.
There's no reason for him to be here if they're running.
It looks like he's jumping the back for some reason. I mean, they're not in cover 2 because there's your wrap player, or there's the other safety down in the hole. He picks up man.
What's going on there?
I mean, I guess maybe they're playing cover 2 there. I mean, it could be split field. This is one where I'd like to see the.
Yeah, it could be cover 6. I don't understand.
He's got to get way more depth here. Can't be standing at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah.
That safety's not far from that. That's what makes me think it's cover 2. It's not important.
And it very well could be cover 2 up there. Like I said.
AZ has to get more depth no matter what it is.
It's too big of a window to fit the ball in for sure.
Yeah, AZ's got to get more depth. He's way too shallow.
I wonder if they show a not great angle.
No.
Yeah, they didn't seem to match that well, whatever it was. All right, good stand. Fisk. I don't think we shout him up enough, just eating up blocks.
Yeah. We do. Maybe others don't, but we do. We like you, Braden.
It's like I don't think his stats.
Shit.
Oh, dude. Killed by your own red zone weapon. Sucks, too, because they murdered the interior of their offensive line. Yeah, it's a good call, guys. It's a good call.
It's a great call.
Yeah, I don't think Brown loses this too often.
He's got to tackle that lower. He's got to take that thing on lower. That dude's got no You got to undercut that thing.
It just sucks, dude. They're only 2 big plays. They string together on the drive.
Yep.
But like you said, they easily cleaned up stuff, which they did later in the game.
Yeah.
Man, he's a
he
dangerous kick
so,
returner.
dude, he looks so good now, doesn't he?
Yep.
I mean, that is a big man moving fast.
Spawn. Get Fowler. Get out of here, dude.
All right. Little running back screen. Man, they've something's clicks with these guys running these screens.
Well, it's the linemen. They're starting to get that peel back. They've been missing that so much earlier in the season, but now they're starting to get that peel back block.
Byers.
Yep. Turn back, peel.
Perfect, dude.
Go.
Great execution, Jeremiah.
Yeah, he's peeling off he's peeling off if they're a man coverage. He's peeling off the man coverage player, which is the backer there.
And that's all you got to do is just get a piece, which is a lot harder than it looks like when you have that much space and you're a big guy. Like that's why we've believed in and just come on, dude. Just not today, Junior. Just in your face. Just alien.
I wonder at what point this defender realized that he was just running down Keon just so he didn't get chewed out on tape.
Yeah, that's a film rep, right? It was like I have to do. Okay.
He just like gets stiff arm and just kind of.
Yeah, it's like dude, I mean, he just told him to eat his Brussels sprouts as like an 8-year-old kid. It was like I have to do this, but I don't want to.
I don't really know why anybody blitzes FSU, but I mean, at a certain point, what do you do?
I thought the line held up pretty good, except for those weird odd times with the 3-man front. I don't know if the condensed game's going to show it. I thought they had pretty good pass pro on the day.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they held up to those wide nines a lot better than they did last year, which honestly, this is the first time I could say that the offensive line looked better in a matchup than they did last year.
Mm-hmm.
Markedly better. Markedly. I was just saying before, you're kind of starting to see the fruits of all the time you've invested in Byers, right, Adam?
Yeah, I think so. He's starting to play better. I think he's still good. Oh my
God bless America.
That's called getting in the hip pocket.
Dude,
they do a good job.
Is that Peyton?
Yeah, Pat.
Yeah. They blitz the nub. They blitz the corner too for the quarterback, which is a popular thing to do. So he can get to go run that thing down. That's beautiful football.
You like it, don't you, big man?
Yeah, it gets me excited.
I can see a
third
gleam
and
on your head.
I'm thinking about Byers right now, though. Sorry. He's coming along.
Look at that, dude.
I guess Wake refused to call this a sack.
Oh, come on, man. He tackled behind the line.
Yeah.
Oh, were they trying to say it was like a QB draw or something?
I don't know what they were trying to say. I just saw it on Twitter, Trey.
Well, I know. They played football for 5 seconds. I don't think they understand, but that's a sack, Omar.
Yeah.
Omar Graham's gotten a lot of flack, I think, early because he was making mistakes as a redshirt freshman.
He did the flack. It's warranted. You're kind of talking about us three, and I think that it was warranted. But it's growing.
I mean, he's still. I think even at the time we recognize he's a young player getting his first game reps. You know, there's going to be some. I mean, he's light years ahead of where DJ Lundy was at this point in his career, and Lundy's a good ball player.
I probably could have.
All right, let's watch this one.
Well, 2nd and 35. What kind of call do you have for this? This is the one, dude. This is the dumb sequence where it was like this is the ACC ref possession.
Is this the Lake? All right, so Byers gets beat across his face.
Byers gets beat.
That can't happen. He's got to be better than that.
Byers gets beat, and then I don't think Daniels does a good enough job. This block.
It's not an easy block, but he's athletic enough to be able to get across that dude's face.
But even then, it's hard to tell because Byers gets beat so bad.
It's the malaise of the ACC ref effect.
He's gonna have to beat. He's gonna have to make a move on that safety, but it's gonna pop potentially.
Yeah. There's something there.
So you guys are saying this was a definite 2nd and 35 conversion play right here?
No, I mean he's probably getting 10, but he's giving you a chance on 3rd to be
on 3rd and 25.
Yeah.
It's like NFL blitz, dude.
I mean, this is what it should have been.
Yeah. That's a nice. It's tough to even judge the quality of the run just because of the defense they're playing.
Absolutely.
So I love the plays that they pick for the condensed sometimes.
Yeah, why do we get the 2nd and 35?
And you get every single punt, no matter what.
I think they have like an algorithm that's like, give me every 3rd down.
Get organized.
Did they call PI on this?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course they did. Face guarding.
One of those underthrown balls that gets
But then
bailed out.
later in the game, face guarding isn't a thing, which is
I didn't think face guarding was a thing in college anyway.
I don't think it technically is, but if
it
you
isn't.
underthrow a
You
ball,
tell me
they'll
what
bail
they're
you out.
calling here.
I mean, but no, that is what they're calling. But I
Mhm.
mean, that I don't know, dude. Because a lot of teams teach the technique of don't ever look at the ball when the receiver puts his hands up, go through his hands. We
I
do
mean,
that a lot.
That's a legitimate technique.
I agree.
I mean, I think FSU does that. It explains a little bit why they get low interception numbers.
Oh,
Sorry, man. You got a dude
What's-
wearing 96 trying to block this guy. Come
look
on,
at this,
man.
dude.
What are we
Hold
doing?
on.
They try to chip them.
It's like a 400. Yeah,
They try to chip
tight
him
end.
twice.
Tight end hits him, and then the other tight end says, "Oh, not today."
Look, and he kind of got the little stick. Get over here! Like he just kind of like he hit him with the spider web, and pulled him down.
Yeah, he really did just yank him down.
Yeah, dude, the extendo arms. It was very Michael Jordan Space Jam-esque. And then
He whiffs. Then he really
and then
whiffs.
just get on the
Just the
ground,
arms.
Yeah.
Griffiths.
Here, screen. Whoop.
Yeah, and this is
Run
big
through arm
Trey.
tackles. Boom.
That's a great run, dude.
Let's watch it from the beginning again. All right, hold on. Pick up the very beginning. There we go.
Motion coming across.
Setting up screen to the other side, so secondary's chasing the hell out of that.
Oh God, this is set up marvelously,
Yeah,
Adam.
it
Look
really
at
is.
this.
You block the man coverage the guy.
He's
You
biting. They're
run
all
you
biting
run
on
the rest of the
Coleman.
safe- You're getting cover one.
Kentron's got a block. Look at that. They're all biting on Coleman up top. Oh, this is nice.
That's real. That's purty.
That's pretty. I like that. I like the way that looks, boy. Oh, and then look at them. Look at them guys getting down. Look
Just
at the
whoosh,
lineman getting down the field, getting a little piece,
Yeah,
just
that's nice.
enough.
That's nice. Run through that arm tackle. There you go. Be explosive.
Once if they can
Nice
get these
job,
blocked up, Trey Benson, once he gets his momentum moving forward, I mean, just
And that's a great run, dude. There's a lot of good vision and instinct on that screen pass run, and all you got to do is just get a piece.
Run it back one more time. All right, they're going to show it.
I think people sometimes don't remember that like most running backs would get tackled at like the 50-yard line here.
Mhm.
Like Trey Benson makes this a touchdown.
Absolutely.
Like most get tackled there.
Come on now. Give my man Mo Smith some credit.
They do, and the line helps, but I'm with you. There's very few. Like this is a top tier running back play to make this into instead of a 50 to 60-yard gain to an 80-yard touchdown. That's
yeah.
the ceiling. That's like the Trey Benson kind of ceiling we always talk about. That's it personified, right?
There's so many things that are going on in that play, though. Like the
call, the
absolute
formation,
amount of respect that they're giving to Keon Coleman over there
Yep.
to have three guys chasing that screen. So you've eliminated three players. So now you've only got to wait, really find a way to block about four. I mean, and then he runs to an arm tackle, which is incredible.
They couldn't block 4 there for Wake.
No.
Yeah,
It's just really, it's neat to see this offense when it's really, really, really humming.
That's a coverage sack, dude.
Yeah, it is. Man, the coverage. I mean, we went over it in the instant reaction, but they really, since the Clemson game, since really the second half of the Clemson game, have become maybe the best coverage team in the country. Definitely top 5.
Absolutely. And that's statistically.
They're just up in your face now. Like they're done with the BS.
They really are, dude. Man, I'd love it. It's all that's so odd. He does that a lot, dude. Just like the little casual swat out of the air.
And you like this, you've got like a 6-man pressure. You just line it up and you say, well, you have no option other than to man block across the board. You can't double team anybody. Good luck.
It's dismissive. I love it.
Also, they're in man free. Dent does a really good job of getting over there. I mean, he's there.
Mm-hmm. Got a couple good tests coming up. Excited to see how well the coverage does.
Yeah, Pitt, man. They're on fire.
No. Miami, with the Restrepo, he's playing really well in the slot.
If the ball goes to him instead of the other team.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you, Adam. That's a different type of test. That's ouchie.
Yeah.
That's a different type of test, that Restrepo kid. Very, very sure-handed, shifty, good lateral agility, savvy. It'll be a test.
Love these extensions of the run game. Our little RPO action.
Yeah, you'll take it. I mean, you'll take this one-on-one matchup. Hopefully, you get a better block by Douglas in the future. But
well, look, I mean, we've been critical, or I've been critical. And maybe critical is the wrong word, but have been saying like, stop thinking you're a 3rd and 1 power football team and do something different. Spread formation. You get a double with a wing, so it's essentially a trips like type of look. You give an RPO so he can hand this off. Backer's going to step up. He's going to throw the arrow out there, and they've got it blocked up for him. Like,
I mean, if I just made this right, if we assume this block, if I made this a drill and gave the ball to Jaheim Bell here, 1-on-1 against the safety, I think you take that matchup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in a 3rd and 1. But
you're developing who you are and finding ways to convert 3rd downs other than trying to be a power football or a Wildcat type team.
And I think that's something. Agree. Yeah, and I think that we've seen growth in that area of just. Oh my God! Speaking of growth, seeing growth in that area of the game, Adam, for the past couple of games now. They haven't been trying to bash their head against the wall as much, and then this team's so hard to defend, man, because Bell hadn't been a presence at all until this drive, and it's like, oh yeah, you got to defend this guy too, Wake.
Yeah, like. So you got Keon Coleman, who you're having to cap with a safety. Well, that puts Jaheim Bell 1-on-1 with a safety on this side. I guess they're not really capping Coleman at this point, but
running slot fade from the Y position.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing. That's nasty. I mean,
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's gonna be tough to defend.
Kentron's got it down there, so I don't know if that's what it actually is. You can't see him on the screen, but he is kind of in the vicinity. But that's just wild.
That's tough. What's a backer gonna do about that, man? Right?
Get toasted.
And when you got Portier, the number 3 receiver, out there mossing people.
Awesome throw by Travis too.
Oh, they didn't include the Portier moss. I think that was part of the 2nd and 35 drive.
Yeah,
the holding call on that.
Did you just say John? Are you a Philly guy?
Did I?
No, it sounded like Kev did.
What? No.
Tron. Oh, okay. Just checking. I was gonna say Philly.
Speaking of the Philly special right here.
Yeah, you got cover 0.
It's more beautiful than a roast pork sandwich from Denix, broccoli Rob, sharp provolone. This is beautiful, dude.
My man.
I know. I know the lingo. Bucks County. Come on, Keon, dude.
I thought it was Cheese Whiz.
Dude, that's touristy stuff. It's all right. There's other sandwiches in Philly.
This is, I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing against that? You ain't doing nothing. You're definitely not doing this nonsense every time you make a play.
And then look at Carson. He's just okay. He's better. He's better than me.
Man.
He's better than me.
Yeah. I'm gonna go park my car so I don't have to strap my seatbelt up anymore.
Oh yeah, dude. Like a 1940s.
We're in garbage time already in the game. It's not even halftime.
Yeah, they really, like you said, they won the game in the first half. They really put it on them.
Yeah. And I think that they knew it too. Like, you come out at halftime and it was just like
they came out flat, right?
I didn't think they came out flat. I just thought they were like, all right, they're out of possessions. Like they're not getting back in this.
Yeah, they would have to dominate you as much as you dominated them in the first half.
Yeah.
I like the not, putting the pedal to the metal here in the first half.
And we mentioned that too, Adam and Kev, when we were watching it. there was a little bit more passivity from the defense, I think, in that third quarter. I think there is a natural mentality kind of change, but also they were kind of using the clock against Wake, right?
Yeah.
And then, dude, Fitzsimmons.
Yeah, but he misses one, so come on now.
You get that out of the way. You get the low leverage one out of the way. I love.
like it.
I'm
like
a big cotton guy this year.
Here for it.
All right, what's going on here?
They're on counter, right?
Yeah.
Yep. A little counter. Are we gonna spill it, or what are we doing? No, we just get two guys in the same gap.
Yeah. That means that there's just not numbers there.
DJ.
I think that might be
that's Bethune.
But I don't know if Bethune's the one that goes in the wrong gap. Oh,
well,
yeah, he is.
Jared, but Jared kind of throws him for a loop there. If you watch, Jared starts outside and then ducks under it. So
right. Jared needs to recognize his fast.
Tatum's reacting to what Jared's doing.
That is the one thing I've seen with Versus game this year is that he is a little hesitant on
there and spill this thing. He's got tackled for no gain.
If he blows up spills like he could, I mean, no one's gonna run
with that
counter
power too. He really does to be very disruptive.
Yeah, this is where they were just like, all right, okay, you're out of possessions. Like if you want to do this for the rest of the game, go for it.
Yeah.
Go tackle it for 12, whatever.
He is off his feet. And this guy is still in bounds. I don't understand how that's a late hit.
Well, no, they didn't call it a late hit. They called it a horse collar.
They called it. This is the horse collar?
Because he's got his hand on his nameplate.
He pulled him down. Yeah, that one is. There was one.
That one's not egregious.
Yeah, there was one. There was one where it was like a horizontal deal where
the one on Turner.
I think so. Are you not allowed to have your hands up in that area at all, even if you're not pulling them backward? Is a horse collar touching the?
Have it. Oh, nice blitz. I thought you just couldn't have it in the back, but I don't know.
I didn't know. I thought the horse collar was
make
just
this crap up as they go.
I did, dude. It's ACC refs, dude. They're all high on mescaline. Who cares? They don't know what they're talking about. I'm not going to try to decipher insanity.
Doing such a good job bringing 5, just eating these dudes up.
Yeah, that's a coverage blitz. They're in some kind of match. Quarters up here. Hard to really tell what it is. Probably, their version of just like a true box.
Mm-hmm.
I think Saban would call it stress, and just great coverage downfield and enough pressure to kind of flush them.
Great play.
I'm surprised they didn't get called for roughing there.
I know. That's a tough one to give up.
But again, I mean, you watch. I mean, he's playing off. Think about how aggressive they were early. They were driving on these routes, and now it's just like, all right, I'm playing off.
You can see the difference. You can see the difference.
You can feel it. And this is the only drive they do it too. I mean, after this, they say screw it. Oh, he's there. Oh, you're there.
Yeah, you gotta keep that angle coming in from.
Yep.
But even then, make quarterbacks run to their left, Yep.
Nice job. I mean, he kind of there was like, all right, enough of this nonsense.
Clawson's game management was funky in this one to me. Because to me, he kicks the field goal, and it's like, okay, he's not here to win. And then they go for the touchdown later. It's just, I don't know. Oh, God.
You're not blocking him. I mean, you're not supposed to block him. The design of the play. I mean, he just comes off the freaking ball so hard. And I think Jaheim's a little wide where he is at.
Yeah,
it looks like the timing's a little late. No. He shouldn't be closer to line of scrimmage. I think he should be. I think the ball gets snapped a little soon. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, it does.
There shouldn't be that window of waiting there. It should be pretty bang bang. But you got 230-pound Jaheim Bell running. I don't know if it's even there anyway. They kind of get beat up the field out wide.
Yeah, that's just a blown up play.
But I think people are going to be like, why didn't you block him? You're not supposed to block him.
Yeah,
It's
you
not supposed
don't.
to be blocked.
You don't expect him to make that play. And if he does,
For sure.
that means that he's coming up field so hard that you just like run it and he's gone, you know?
Yeah.
More so timing mishap more
Yeah, it
than
looked like timing was
yeah.
a little off.
Then 3rd 13, you got nothing for that. Or do you? No, you don't.
I mean, it's what do we got here? Some kind of man.
It's got time.
You got a corner route with Portier. It's not a bad look.
Just looked like you missed him.
Yep. This offense
does worried at this point, by the way. I don't get it. I mean, I never at any point was like, oh no.
I don't know. They decided to pull out the slow mesh bag, and it looked like a bag of something.
Not today. Look at him look at Fisk eating up that double team.
Yeah,
they're doing a good job just pressing this thing.
Oh, they call penalty. Oh, I hate these refs so much. This is so stupid.
Yeah, this is a roughing.
Yeah, look how upset our players are at. They're like, all right, whatever.
Come on, man. Yeah, this was crap. That was a bad call. Didn't matter.
There you go. He tightened up a little bit, made that pass a little harder.
I think they get this though, don't they? 4th and 6. Nope. No, not today. You can throw that out there all you want.
Let's see.
It's a little post shot here.
But this is okay. So to all the people that are just like Jordan Travis's feet, blah, 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 his platform, he's not stepping into the ball.
That was us for a little bit. We commented
there
on
were some legitimate criticisms about it.
There's some legitimate criticism, but the guy throws off platform a lot, and it's not always a problem. Like here, he's backing away and he throws a dart.
Yeah. Well, you made a good point. Like the fab in today's football is Patrick Mahomes and being like Patrick Mahomes, and think about all the off-platform throws that guy makes. Like people are trying to emulate that stuff.
Right, because you can't always have a good platform.
No.
And Jordan does, for all fairness, he does a pretty good.
Wait,
I mean,
what?
that'd be
Okay. Yeah. I was about to say.
Yeah, it definitely would be on us too. Jordan does a really good job emulating it. He's actually able to get a little bit of like zip on the ball, fading back, and we've noticed that.
Nice to see it coming off another RPO. They really got in they've been in the RPO bag these last 2 games heavy.
I mean, when you can get downfield with these receivers like you can, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Come on, Trey.
He does. He fights. He gets that front. Mm-hmm. How do we not score here? I forget this.
Look at this.
This is the missed field goal.
Already assuming we don't get it.
Right. No, Trey did like a little mini toe feely there, and he kind of just like rolled all over the guy.
Little diamond formation, little quad set.
That was a good call, man. You got to convert that.
Yeah,
back shoulder.
There's some of the bait. There's some of the bait though that you would hear Clawson talk about. Like, I don't know if there's anything available up top. I mean, they got 5-1-4 up there, so this is the right read.
But Adam, don't you like the adjustment where normally we'd run the fade in that situation, going back shoulder there? Mm-hmm. I like that.
I would just like to see it be higher or something. I mean, give him a chance.
Yeah, he misses the field goal. That's a weird miss.
The thing is with this boomer bust offense, though, I mean, you're scoring every time you connect on something like that. So it's like a 50% completion rate is like a 50% touchdown rate. And you take that.
I don't know if this is a horse collar.
I think it's just they're better than you collar.
Well, that's somebody check. If people that are watching the video, is the act of the horse collar the direction and way that you throw them down, or is it just anytime you touch that part of the shoulder pads, it's a horse collar?
I'm not gonna pretend to know anything these idiots are talking about.
Young Jamie, Google that for me. Oh, and then of course the ref sets a pick.
That's okay.
There's some other Carney, right? They used to have a Carney before, didn't they?
Yeah, this is an overplay.
Yeah.
No way, just no patience. Like, you got to break down.
I was just complimenting you, man. Come on.
I don't think he's been playing as well as he was earlier in the year.
He's
Connies.
worried that he can't make it out to the edge, and he's
Yeah.
overcompensating. And
Tiny hands, smell of cabbage. Deep cut reference there.
and that's the route that Clemson got you on, that little Texas
Mhm.
angle route.
That's a good one. I hate seeing. Come on, dude. Like, I hate seeing that.
What's going on? Yeah, I think they just expect to collapse this pocket a little bit. Again, I think sometimes our defensive tackles get too
What's
caught up in
Lundy?
trying to get.
What's Lundy doing?
Yeah, I would also say Lundy needs to be able to make this tackle.
Well, because that guy's covered, and then I don't know.
It's hard to say. I don't, without
Right?
seeing much more of the picture, it's not easy to
It
say
just
for
looks like
sure.
the guy that he becomes enamored with is already covered.
Yeah. I'm not sure why he's not.
Sitting
Yeah,
back waiting for that, or green
it's
dogging or something.
It's odd to see someone covering space in this defense. They don't do that often.
No, they like to stick to a dude, and then another Carney attack. There you go.
All right.
This is great because it's like, oh, they're starting to get a little bit momentum. Is it going to be a two? No, it's going to be a 3-score game there, Haas.
I love the slow jog off after just a dominant play. All right, 3rd and 2. Same play.
Hey, the
I love
RPO.
it. I love that they're opening this up. This feels like more and more they're just trusting him to be like, all right, there it is. Run the offense. Put a read on everything. Trust Jordan Travis.
And guys, they're so good. I don't know what to attribute this to, but at least when the other team has like a glimmer of hope, they're really good at that response kind of no, you don't drive. You know what I mean? They've done that all year.
So Florida State had that huge second quarter. How many times did Jordan Travis really run in that second quarter?
Not many.
No, I thought all his runs were essentially like on that first drive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and right there, I think that was really only the second time I've seen him take off. I think this offense can be elite without him having to run the ball a lot, mostly because he's made
can do that, dude.
through that.
Oh, that looks so pretty, man. What a ball. Nice, tough catch.
There's maybe 3 quarterbacks in the country that can make this throw consistently.
Oh, come on.
Shh,
Consistently.
Let him cook, Adam. Shush. Go ahead, Kev.
I'm not sure Jordan Travis can make that throw consistently.
I don't know.
But I'm sure damn glad he made it there.
Jordan Travis.
He's made some throws this game.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Brett Favre from 1996. Dan Marino, whenever he felt like it. Yeah, he got sacked here.
I need him to be better there.
Yeah.
Put a damn ball away. What are you doing? Shoot right on the sideline. Go see if you can't throw it to a cheerleader.
He likes to do the flip, but the knee touches. There's too much replay these days for that to work.
Hey, counter
then
gets
it
a
don't
wide
matter.
9.
Then it don't matter.
We've seen it a couple times. Just what we were talking about earlier with when they were running on that 2nd and 35 and then 3rd and whatever.
Florida State's the best.
Byers doesn't have to block anybody this time because the dude's standing out in outer space.
Florida State's like the best change of pace, run the ball when you think that they should be going for a pass. They're really good at converting these 3rd and longs with a run and play. I've noticed that.
Well, they anticipate the wide 9, which is great play calling. Again, Byers doesn't have anybody inside of him, so he's not going to miss a block.
That's a wide ass 9, dude. That is a weird formation.
They've been doing it all game. They killed FSU on it last year.
Mm-hmm. And then just boom, 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 angles. Let's go.
Dude, look at Rob Scott blocking 2 people on the second level. That is nice. He's going to hit him, and he's going to move to the other.
Yeah,
dude. Look at you, big Rob. Get him specs. That's a great play, isn't it, Adam? That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great play calling, too. Fabulous situational play calling.
Mo getting in some faces. Come on, dude.
Trey getting downhill, north-south on counter. just the way they draw it up.
41. Time to die, Wake. Bring in Marucci. Scabadabucci. Bring in the Marucci.
You've been waiting on that one.
I'm something on. What are we talking about?
All right, we got the scrubs in.
Yeah.
Not scrubs.
Another,
Scrubs for
another
them,
sack.
not us.
Yeah, I was about to say.
For
man.
them. I
Easy,
meant
Adam.
for Wake. I meant for Wake.
Marron. What
Now
are you
the
talking?
scrubs are in
This-
Florida State. Tate's in there.
Oh,
Look
what
at
a
that.
throw, dude.
Look at this is what I just don't.
If he says something, if he has a hot take about Tate right now, I'm gonna lose
Let
it.
him go.
This is
Shh,
okay.
let
This
him
is my
cook.
thing. The people that say like he doesn't have like he just doesn't have he can't be the guy. He doesn't look, dude, he's got the physical tools. It's just the mental thing. I mean, that is a dime. This shouldn't be stirring the pot. This is
No, you're cooking,
25
dude. You're Chef Kev, bro. You're cooking.
25 yards a freaking I don't know. That's a different looking throw.
I like it, Adam. I'm with you. I think Kev might have converted me.
Williamson should have
Tate
housed
City.
this. He's ruining Tate's
Thank God his internet's going out. Oh, thank goodness.
he's ruining Tate's passer rating. Should have housed that.
Look at him. Cool as a cucumber, dude. Beautiful play fake.
I mean,
Peyton Manning
That's what they ran against Louisville to win last year.
Yeah, like
know
what?
people-
Literally that play about 17 times.
Someone was like,
Listen, bro.
what if a team had a week to game plan against them? I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh God, Kev. Jesus Christ.
This guy's 25 yards downfield, like on an RPO, and I mean, it might be illegal man downfield, but I mean, I don't
Kev,
like.
give it up. Give it up.
Good luck. Good luck game planning against that.
Good luck, Georgia. See you in Houston.
I don't know. It's just it doesn't need to be complicated.
It's not. Woof.
Tell Tate that.
Looks pretty good, Adam. What do you think?
Best passer rating in the country.
3rd and 23. Take and convert this, baby.
Look at that
Looking good.
speed.
Galloping. Just majestically galloping.
Why didn't
towards
he
the
just throw it
sideline.
25 yards?
What? Because he knows,
happened?
dude. He knows
Don't
game
need to overthink
situation.
it. Just throw 25 yards.
Well, he didn't want to be too braggadocious. He wanted to show people that he is
Yeah,
a mere
you're
mortal.
up 41-16.
Okay,
Man.
all right,
What are
all right.
you
My
talking
bad.
about?
My bad.
Yeah, he respects
Hey,
Dave Clawson.
Blake. There we go.
Yeah, that's a good
Sort of
play.
fit and finish.
Yeah. He's got some athleticism too.
Going to be a good one.
360, 3 through the air, 1 on the ground. 14
This
game win streak.
Garbage off my screen.
Enough to get ranked a big number 4 by the CFP committee based on your strength of schedule and resume, which makes no sense based on who number 2 and 3 are. That's something else for somebody else to debate. What is undebatable, Florida State is 8-0, and they're looking good, boys.
Mhm.
They're looking better and better.
All coming
better
together.
and more confident and more physical, more complimentary. The playbook is expanding. So having some of these skill positions out has really not forced, but I think it's really kind of rejuvenated the creativity of those kind of man-beating those passing route combinations that we've been calling for weeks. The Noles are looking pretty good. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I wonder if there's something to that. I wonder if there's something to it's some of the guys being out and stuff like that has forced them to lean back into scheme over Jimmy's and Joe's some. I wonder if that's a thing. I wonder if we could find that out.
We talked about it, and it's not that they wouldn't have done it anyway this week. It's just it forces you to emphasize on it more because you knew that Wake was going to be pretty stingy in the run game. So they knew they were going to have to pass it no matter what. Now, if Johnny Wilson and Destin Hill are in that game, do those route combinations look exactly like that? I don't know. I think a lot of it, I think they do because the stuff that was open, like think about Destin Hill open on those meshes or Johnny Wilson on those deep crossers and things like that. I think this is stuff, I like what they're doing because I think it's stuff that's going to carry over when those really dangerous guys get reintegrated back up into the lineup.
But I mean, if we think about what plays actually worked, they ran mesh twice. One of them was a fumbled snap. Then outside of that, the man beaters they had, there was a couple of screens they hit against man coverage that went for a lot of yards, and a couple of like fades or slot fades that they hit that they haven't been hitting.
They ran the mesh stuff like 3 or 4 times. Just
RPO
sometimes they went to
usage
the running
seems to be
back.
going up a little bit.
Yeah, the
RP
RPO usage, I'll agree. Yeah,
The RPO all game, they've continued, I think, since like I forget which game they reintroduced it, but you've seen a lot of Keon like slant stuff going over the middle. I think we've seen that usage go up. Like I think it's all ticked up across the board. A lot of
the plays aren't
stuff.
like drastically different. We've seen mesh throughout the year. We've seen screens throughout the year. They're just, I don't know. They're just finding kind of themselves. They're finding their rhythm. They're finding the timing. They're finding the communication. The offense is finally starting to gel as a unit. Like we've seen screens time and time again this year from them. They haven't been able to run them against man coverage because they haven't been able to get the puller onto the peel back block. This game they get it twice. Like, yeah, it just, I said kind of this my thoughts to start it. Like it just feels like they're kind of getting to where they want to be, which is the month of November for Mike Norvell, which has been really his best month as a football coach throughout his career. So
I think the thing that's impressive to me is they're not just using the weapons effectively to generate points. Now they're starting to use even the mere presence of those weapons to generate opportunities for other guys. Like that touchdown pass that we saw out of the backfield where all those guys converge on the potential screen to Keon Coleman and it frees up all those guys that screen to the other side. That's stuff to where game 2 or 3, we're just forcing the screen to Coleman and saying our guy's better than your guy. Yeah. Now you're starting to build stuff off of that where it's starting to kind of look like that, kind of like that Steph Curry effect where even the mere presence of these guys takes so much attention and you're taking advantage of that to get to the ball to your plethora of other playmakers. That's when the offense becomes really tough to defend because you are instilling a lot of hesitation in the, I almost did it. I didn't do it. A lot of hesitation into that opposing defense. And Florida State's fun to watch and they're tough to play against, boys. And that's a fun combination for us, the Florida State analyst and fan. I guess I said it all. You guys are tongue tied. Well, yeah. For my two stunned co-hosts, they've never heard anything so profound in their entire gosh darn lives. They better end it on that one. For Adam, for Kev, I am Trey. Noles247.com. Kev has got a just firecracker of a Pittsburgh preview coming up. We're going to be there for the instant reaction. Recruiting news is coming just fast and furious. Noles247.com, the place for the best news, the place for the best stories, the place for the best analysis, and the place for the best friendship on our message board. Just a haven of friendship and camaraderie. And if you don't know, you're a loser. Fix it. We love you. Noles247.com for everything that you need. I'm Trey. That's Kevin. That's Adam. We love you. Keep chopping.